We will start with our arms. Nice big arm circles. And switch directions. And you can switch up arms. And switch directions. Good, now we'll do swings in front of us. Get your chest to start warming up, back to start warming up and firing for you. And when you feel ready with those, we can start working into our lower body with our leg swings. We'll start side to side. And switch up legs. Alrighty, now we'll go front to back. And switch up legs. Alrighty. Now we'll work into our hip hinges and our squats, feet shoulder width apart, weight in your heels, and then just think about sticking your butt to the back wall, hinging at your hips, lengthening your hamstrings. You'll have a slight bend in your knee, but that is not the focus of the movement here. Keep length between the crown of your head, down through your tailbone. Try and go a little bit lower each time. Alrighty, now we'll work into our squats. Weight stays in your heels, but this time we lower our butt, try and get our thighs parallel to the ground. Keep resistance in your inner thighs here. Alrighty. And you guys keep those up. I'm gonna explain this first round, the planks and the first 3 exercises. So for the planks, we're gonna do 30 seconds, 30 seconds, 30 seconds, 30 seconds. So the first 30, we're gonna do high to low planks. And any of these can be done down on your knees. I just want you to be sure that your core is engaged the whole time and you're not, your butt isn't up in the air, more in a tabletop position. But we're gonna start in a high plank, and then we lower both elbows down, and then push ourselves back up. So we'll just be going up, down, up, down, up, down for 30 seconds. Then we're gonna do side planks. So we'll have our elbow under our shoulder, and your feet can either be stacked or staggered, or if you wanna just be up on your knee, your bottom knee, that's fine too. But we're just holding a side plank for 30 seconds, switching other side 30 seconds, and then the last 30 seconds will be a plank hold. And you can do any variation you want. We have 5 of these plank things, so if you want to rotate through high plank, low plank, reverse plank, you can absolutely take whatever variation you want and change it up. So then, the first round we have is gonna be 6 reps, 6 reps, yada, yada, 8 reps, 8 reps. But first exercise is gonna be single leg burpees, and they're kind of skaters too. So you're gonna start like you would a skater, and you're gonna jump over. Then you're gonna just basically do a burpee. If you wanna do it in the one leg, you certainly can. If you feel like you need two to be more stable, then you do that. So you hop over, hands go on the ground, you jump out, you jump in, and you jump to the other side, out, in, back and forth. So you only do 6 total. We're not doing double or anything, and then 8 total, then 10 total. Then we're doing push-ups. Again, hands under shoulders. If you need to take your this on your knees, you can absolutely do that. Whatever you need, just make sure that you're protecting your shoulders by keeping your hands under your shoulders and not out in front. And then the final exercise will be weighted sit-ups. So I want you to take a weight, and you can just hold it over your chest. You don't have to do anything fancy with moving it. And we're just doing regular sit-ups. So think about pulling your abs so tight it pulls you up. Feet stay on the ground though, as best as you can. So obviously the difficulty will increase with time. We ideally will get tired as we go on. But the reps are also increasing, which is gonna make it more difficult. But we're gonna start with 2 minutes of plank because I want us to be a little bit more warm before we jump in. So we're really gonna get our core warmed up, and then we'll feel that blood flowing. So we're starting with high to low planks for 30 seconds, and then side planks, and so on and so forth. So we begin our very first plank party of moving up and down and up and down. I want you, if you can, to try and remember which arm you lead with each round and vary it. So if you go down on your left arm first this time, then think about going down on your right arm first next time. We're into a side plank here, elbow under shoulder. Pull those hips up off the ground and make sure that your shoulders are stacked on top of each other. A good reminder for this is holding your hand up to the ceiling. I don't want you rounding out forward and your hips tilting, but make sure you're lifting those hips, engaging your obliques here. We're almost done, and we switch sides now. Make sure those hips are pulled up, 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 especially as we get tired through class. We're gonna want to drop our hips, but we're gonna hold ourselves accountable, engage that core, especially our obliques, to lift our hips. Remember, you can stack your feet, stagger your feet, or take a knee for this if you want. And we're into our last 30 seconds. We have any plank hold variation you want here. Make sure though, your butt is down. Again, as we get tired, our tendency is gonna wanna be to lift our butt, but, I'm saying butt a lot. We're gonna hold ourselves accountable, keep our hands under our shoulders, push through our heels to engage our quads. All right, we are done. So we go into that yellow column. I'll set the timer for 6 minutes. I want you guys to push yourself, and you'll work at your own pace, and I'll tell you every time we're at the top of the minute. So the first 2 minutes is 6 reps of everything, then 8 reps, then 10 reps, okay? So here we go, 6 reps, skater, single leg burpees, push-ups, and weighted sit-ups. Begin. Remember that if you would prefer to go a little bit slower, maybe you're just sacrificing your rest, but maybe you feel better in control, that is just fine too. And you can absolutely just do regular sit-ups if you don't have a weight. Just make sure you're doing it. Alrighty, and when you're done, you get to rest. We have 10 more seconds until we're at the top. Can we do it all again? So we're gonna get familiar with exercises today. And we go again. Burpees, push-ups, and sit-ups. Remember, the quicker you work, the more recovery you get. We're aiming for the same amount of recovery. All right. You have 20 more seconds. This next time, everything bumps up to 8 reps. We go again in 3, 2, 1. Again, you can take the burpee on both legs if you feel more comfortable that way. Push-ups can be on your knees. If, as we're working through, you find that you're having a hard time getting through the 8 reps, I would rather you get through everything and stay at the 6 reps. That's okay, you're still doing it. I don't want you to get hung up on the reps. Whew. We're halfway through. We go in 3, 2, 1, for 8. Keep working. The quicker you get through, the more rest you have. Remember that. We're at 12 seconds. If the 8 felt good for you, stay there. Stay in that rep number. You don't have to bump up this 10. It's gonna knock your recovery. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. But if you had some recovery, push yourself here. Push-ups, sit-ups. We have 15 seconds. Whew. We're about to jump back in. This is our last round here, remember. Whoop. Whatever rep count you're comfortable with, last minute. Here we go. Push yourself here. Know you have rest coming up. Whew. Last 15. Get through this. and relax. Alrighty, we're almost done, except we got planks for this round, and then we'll get a nice long recovery. I'll give you guys about 15 seconds. I'm gonna flip the fans on, and then we'll get in planks. Yep. Oh, I locked the door. That's right. All right, we are down. Meet me in a high plank. We go high to low, start. 30 seconds here, then we're into our side planks. Whew. Once you guys find that rep count that you're comfortable with, where you feel you can get that recovery because I want you to have it, side plank, stay in that. That might mean you don't get into that 10 reps. I'm fine with that. I really am. I want you taking a recovery. I want you spiking your heart rate, you working hard, knowing you have 6, 7, 8 reps, and also taking time to recover. My intention here is not to have you go, 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 switch for 6 minutes straight. That isn't the purpose of high intensity exercise, and your body shouldn't be able to do that. You shouldn't be able to tax it for 40 minutes straight with intense exercise. It shouldn't be able to put you through that, and it's not the goal of this class or the format of this specific class. Last 30 seconds, hold the plank. So especially in those first two, try and find a rhythm and a rep count that's gonna work for you that becomes sustainable. But with that, I also don't want you taking it lax, and if you get through exercises in 30 seconds, 25 seconds, you don't need that full 30 seconds. Relax every time. A little bit longer of a breather, and then we move into column 2. I'm gonna grab some water, and I'll explain the exercises while you guys recover. So, dumbbell swings. You guys know the drill here. You can have 2 or 1. If you have 1, you're swinging it back between your legs. 2, it's like ski poles. They're on both sides of you, weights in our heels. Feet are shoulder width apart, maybe a little bit narrower. We hinge, creating length in our hamstring back, and then fire and snap our hamstrings and glutes to get those hips to move out and forward, and that's gonna swing those dumbbells. From there, you won't set your dumbbells down like me. You're gonna keep them, and the only thing you're gonna do is hinge at your hips, palms face each other, slight bend in your elbows, reverse fly, squeezing between your shoulders. These weights should be hanging below your stomach and come out even with your rib cage. It's not out in front of you by your head. I can't even hold the weights out there, but don't get up in your traps. Stay in your mid back. Final thing we're gonna do is mountain climbers. Double count. So 6 mountain climbers is 6 each leg. 12 total. So 1, 1, 2, 2, 6, 6. Those are the 3 exercises. Same drill as last time. I'm setting the timer for 6 minutes, and I'll tell you every time we're at the top of the minute, find that comfortable rep range. I want you guys resting, getting some recovery. I'm not trying to push where you have no time to recover. Granted, the time will probably dwindle a little bit each time because of fatigue or changing a rep count, but try and maintain. So here we go. Swings, flies, and mountain climbers. Let's get it. We are off. I don't want you not focused on your form though, because you're trying to make it a speed thing. You guys know these movements. You should feel comfortable in them, but please don't be like, oh my gosh, I need so much time to recover. I'm gonna do these and not hinge at my hips with a little bend in my knee or things of that nature. That's the last thing I want, is us to get hurt because we're rushing through. We still have 10 seconds, so 6 was manageable. We'll stay there again. Then we're gonna start climbing that until we get in that range. Let's go. After swings, reverse flies. Pull from your back muscles. Pull from in between your shoulder blades. Hands under shoulders on those mountain climbers. Drive your knees, feel strong. Know it's a short amount of time. We still are at 25 seconds, you guys. So now we amp it up. We're in the 8 reps. We'll see how much time we have. I think a good amount of time is 15, 20 seconds. So when we get to the reps, that puts us there, and we stay there. We go again in 3, 2, 1. Feel those hamstrings lengthen as you hinge back. Sit your butt towards that back wall. It's not in the knees, remember. After those flies, double count mountain climbers. Just as a guideline, we still have 22 seconds. So, if you finish in the same amount of time, it's telling you 2 things, which really are the same thing. First 2 rounds, you didn't push yourself hard enough. And we can do more. There's plenty of time to recover. We go again in 5. If you want to go 10 reps this round, go for it. We're in it. This format is really individualized. It's what you want from it. That's what you're going to get out of it. Whatever you put into it. Remember, hinged at your hips on those flies, slight bend in your knees. For mental, we still have 20 seconds. Continue to push yourself. Keep aiming for that same time to recover. Maintain. I always talk about your tempo. Here's where we kind of put it into action and see how we can maintain through a whole workout. Let's go. We're in that 10 rep range. If you're not there already, finish out with mountain climbers. Still 20 seconds. Whew. We have one last round here. And then we're in a plank after like 15 seconds recovery for 2 minutes. Then we get a long recovery. Last round, let's go. Stay intentional with your movements. thinking about where is working for you. Stay in your back here, especially as you get tired. You're going to want to pull from your shoulders, tops of your shoulders. Whew. Excellent work. When you're done with those, we're halfway through the bulk of it. You guys have about 10 seconds. Not a long time to recover. And we're meeting in those high to low planks. Let's get after it. Remember, 30 seconds each here. You can do this. Even if it's down on your knees, you're still working. Last 10, stay in it here. Good, side plank. If you want some variation, need some, you can do hip dips here. Again, stacked, staggered, or on your knee. If you're happy just holding the side plank, be happy there, stay there. Hold yourself accountable to doing it right. Hips lifted. Feel your obliques engaged for you. And flip over. If you need more difficulty than stacked, you can lift that top leg. See if you can go there. Again, what you put into it is a direct result of what you will get out of it. Or what you get out of it is a direct result of what you will put into it. More so. And plank hold, again, wherever you want to take this. If it's low plank, high plank, reverse plank. If you want to do plank dips, twisting side to side, I just want you in a plank. In good form. Stay with it. Don't let yourself come out of it for 5 seconds. And now you can relax. Whew! We're halfway done, my friends. Grab some water. We have about 90 seconds recovery here. And then we are into that third column. You're doing awesome. This time the exercises are going to be squat thrusters. So if you want one dumbbell, you'll just hold it on its ends, even with your chest. 2, you'll put them up on your shoulders. First part of the movement, we squat with our feet shoulder width apart and our heels. As we stand, we push our dumbbells up towards the ceiling. From there, dumbbells go down. We meet in that high plank again for shoulder taps. Hands under shoulders. Your palms are corkscrewed into the ground. And we're doing double tap, shoulder taps. So same thing as those mountain climbers. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 6, 6. You can do those quicker. I know we usually move it a little bit slower tempo. The quicker you go, the more instability it adds. Makes it more difficult, obviously, but no, you can push yourself in those. And the last one is crab kicks, just single count. We'll get ourselves into our, I guess, reverse tabletop. So stomach is towards the sky, and then we just start kicking straight out for 6 kicks, for 8 kicks, and what will be 10 kicks. So you guys should know the rhythm now. New exercises this time, so maybe we get used to the feel of them this first minute or two, but then we dive in think about our recovery time and work towards that. So we have 6 minutes and we go. Squat thrusters first. Hold yourself accountable to getting all the way down in your squat. Don't let time sacrifice your form. And we still have 25 seconds, you guys. Whew, I'm starting to get pretty sweaty. We still have 10. Suck up this time to recover because we know it dwindles as we go. Get your weights ready. We go in 3, 2, 1. Be explosive on the thrust end of these squat thrusters. Use all that energy we're building up as we squat down. On our crab kicks, hold those hips up. Whew. Prepare yourself mentally. We're about to amp it up. 8 reps, but we stay in this same recovery slot. We work harder with the same form, so we get the same amount of recovery. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Remember, crab kicks are only single count. Whew. We're at 25 seconds. Make a mental note here. If you can stay in this 8, stay in this 8. Woo, woo, woo. We have 8 seconds to recover here. We go again. In 3, 2, 1. Going all the way down into our squat. Hands under shoulders, palms corkscrewed in, butt down. Hips are up, and keep them up. If you can, we dive into that 10 rep range here. If you feel happy in that 8 rep range, you have still about 10 seconds of recovery. And if you're just getting to recovering, that's okay. Stay in that 8. We go in 3, 2, 1. Push yourself. "25 seconds now, just as a gauge for you. Woo. Last round coming up. 5 seconds. Get ready. We're diving in. Let's go. This shouldn't be easy, but you're doing it. Finish this up. Woo! Doggy. Okay. Quick recovery, but then you know we have planks. You have about 15 seconds, and we're going high to low planks. You have a long recovery on the other side here in 120 seconds. Let's start these planks now. I don't care if you go up and down 2 times in this 30 seconds. What I do care about is if you don't do it at all. Stay with it. It's mental right here. And side plank. Wherever you need it. If it's on a knee, that's fine. But remember, we draw attention to that oblique. Shoulders are staying stacked on top of each other. You're not rolling forward. Pull them back. And other side. We're under a minute until a nice recovery. And we'll be in our final round, so heck yeah. And plank hold, any way you want it. I'm gonna give reverse plank a try here. Stay in it. Hold yourself accountable here. Breathe through, you got it. And relax. Woo! Now you have some recovery. Take it. Please grab some water. If you have a towel, towel off if you need it. Tell yourself we're about to dive in to these last 8 minutes of work. That's all we have left. 3 exercises. Jump lunges or some variation thereof. So you'll start with your feet shoulder width apart. Step 1 foot back, lunge. If you can, you're gonna jump, switch your feet in the side. If it's too much on ankles, knees, hips, then we're just doing reverse lunges. Quickly switching your feet. Single count there, so it's not each leg. Then we're going to the ground for jackknives. Single count, arms straight out, legs straight out. We reach one leg up and both hands to it, and then we go all the way back. So single count there. Working a little bit of core. Then we'll grab our weight. We have glute bridge, chest fly. So this is opposite of the reverse fly. Here we're squeezing with our chest. So we'll keep that same bend in our elbows. We'll do a glute bridge, palms meet in the middle. It all comes down. You can do it all at the same time. If your brain lets you. I know sometimes mine is like step 1, step 2, not together. But same deal. 6, 6. Find that comfortable range. And we push ourselves. 6 quick minutes here. That's all we have. I'm going to tie my shoe. And then we're into it. Jump lunges. Jackknife. Glute bridge chest fly. Let's get after it here. Starting with 6 of each. Again, take it where you need it. Make sure on these jackknives, you're pulling your entire back off the ground. In our glute bridge, we're extending our hips all the way up, pushing through our heels. If you feel like you get enough from just the glute bridge, please do just the glute bridge. If your legs are on fire, then maybe you just do the chest fly. That's okay. We go again in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push it. Here. Reach for those toes. Have that leg as straight as your little tight hammies will let you. Squeeze in those chest muscles, your pecs. In that for 25 seconds. If you've got it in you, we're ramping up that rep count. Let's push for 8. You've got time though, please recover. We're at 10 seconds with friends. Whew. 3, 2, 1. Go to 8 if you can. Make sure those hands are reaching straight back on the jackknife. Dumbbells are squeezing over top your chest here. This is a fly, not a press. We're at 15 seconds. So you can adjust accordingly. We have 3 more minutes of this. Super doable. We go in 3, 2, 1. Let your body go there. Don't tell yourself mentally you can't. And take this where you want it. If you just want to do glute bridges, do it. Lift those hips, press through those heels. We're almost there. 2 more rounds. And it's not even working the whole time. We go in 3, 2, 1. You're in 10 if you can. If not, stay comfortably where you are. if you can go into that next year. Not at the expense of form though. Ten seconds here. We're in our last minute. Hallelujah. And go. Work all the way through. Don't cut the corner here at the end. Finish it. Whatever you're on. Time. Finish this round. We have 10 seconds recovery and 2 minutes of plank to finish this dang thing out. High to low planks in 3, 2, 1 for the last time. I've said it already, but I don't care if you get in 2 in this whole time. I just want you in a plank. If you want to hold the same plank for 2 minutes, you can do that. I'd be happy with that. Side plank. But you're not going to not let yourself work here. These are our final 2 minutes. Not even. Stay with it. We're in a side plank. If you're there, sorry it's a little late. We're closer to switching, but other side. We are under the minute mark. Stay with it. Stay in it. And final 30 seconds. Whatever plank hold you want here. Get there and stay there. You can do this. 15 more seconds. Finish this thing. Last 10. Last 3. Relax. Woo! We made it. If you want, you can stay on the floor. We'll do your stretching from there. Whew. Alrighty. We'll start on our butts. Whew. Take a couple nice deep breaths. Let's get that heart rate down. Start signaling our body. We're cooling down. Thank you for carrying yourself through that. Your body just did a lot. We'll start with our arms, reach across, and pull that sucker tight. And switch. Now we'll stretch our triceps. Reach that hand down the center of your back, pull the elbow. Switch. And drop those arms, wiggle them out. We'll do some big head circles here. Be sure to go both directions. If you prefer, you can do some nods yes, some nods no. Then we're gonna work that down into our shoulders. Do some nice big shoulder rolls. Pull them up to your ears. Pull them back together and down your back and roll them forward. And be sure to work both directions. Even though forward for me seems like a foreign concept. Good, now reach those legs straight out in front of you. Nice big breath in. Exhale, reach for your toes. Wherever you can get. Let your back kind of go into a C shape here. You don't need to be sitting up tall. You can have a curve in that back. Take some nice deep breaths here. And as you begin to roll back up to sitting straight, I want you to take your time, really rolling your back, feeling a nice stretch between your vertebrae before you're sitting upright. Once we're there, we're gonna cross one leg over, get a little spinal rotation in, so take that opposite arm to the outside of the knee, and apply equal pressure to twist and try and see the back wall. And switch. And we'll untwist from there. Connect the soles of our feet for butterfly. You can put those elbows on the inside of your thighs. Try to push your legs closer to the ground. And finally, you can roll onto your back. We'll start with figure four, one ankle over your knee. If that's enough of a stretch for you, then stay there. If you need more, pull that knee tight into your chest. And switch. Now we'll connect your feet. Knees fall opposite directions. If you want, you can push on your inner thighs to get a little bit more stretch in your hips, but otherwise you can just feel like you have 100-pound dumbbells dangling from those knees. Now we'll zip those legs up, grab your knees and pull them in tight to your chest. You can lift your forehead to your knee if you feel you need a little extra stretch in your back. Wiggle around. See if there's somewhere that could use a little extra love. And finally, relax your head down, glue your shoulders to the floor, stack your knees over your hips, put your ankles in line with your knees, tee those arms out, and rotate side to side. We'll go about 3 to 4 times each direction there. And then we are done with class, my friends. Please, please, please stretch more if you need it. But if not, thank you for joining me today. And we'll see you on Thursday.